Okay, so if we just modify that like that, is everybody good with that?
Yes.
Does that cover everything?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think.
Well, I think that it means that if something is owned, operated, or rented by the village,
Well, governmental
Or government.
could include another county
Yeah,
facility.
it could
I
be
don't
a
know if we
county.
should-
Yeah, it could be county, it could be like
State.
Massachusetts
State.
State Police, the U.S.
FBI.
Mint moving office over there.
or the FBI.
We already have them, in case they wanted to move.
Okay,
No,
so we
they're
can
still
just...
hidden there, no one even knows that they are, not that they're not going
Homeland.
anywhere.
A regional law and Homeland Security, right?
What?
Yeah.
I was about to ask you, where are they?
Uh-huh,
All right, so we're good on that then with those qualifiers?
right.
Right.
Okay, number 5, child care centers, provided that A, state licensing standards and requirements are met, and B, structural conforms to the building health and fire safety codes.
These are child daycare centers or child care centers related to nothing,
No,
just in
just
their own
childcare.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotta make sure it's defined in codes. A lot of codes define things.
I think
It's
the
defined by the
distinguishing
state.
feature here is that it's a license form.
A
Yeah.
license
Yeah,
one by the state, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we definitely want that. And of course, the building codes and health and fire safety codes.
Well, I don't think we have a problem with that one.
No, that's,
If you find something that'll make it better, let us know.
Yeah.
But,
okay,
conceptually, that's...
good with that. Ambulatory and other outpatient care centers. Okay. Medical diagnostic facilities with no overnight accommodations. That seems fine, yeah. Medical spas, holistic care facilities, or healing centers. What does everybody think on that?
Go back to number 7, so it's like
Oh,
Sorry.
no problem.
Medical
You're living in the
diagnostic
past.
facilities with no overnight accommodations. Why not no overnight? What if they have to do sweet
Because that would be in the hospital.
That would be from the
And they
hospital.
go to the hospital.
So it's kind of, but then they could just apply at the hospital.
Right, but this way they wouldn't have to do that battle.
But a hospital is a very different kind of licensing. You need a certificate of need for this. I think the idea was to include a lesser animal code and diagnostic center
Right.
without
Correct.
overnight accommodation.
To do same-day surgery, things like that.
Mostly diagnosis, I mean,
Yeah, most of them is diagnosis.
I think that
laboratories.
our goal here was to be able to allow medical services that wouldn't have to
Yeah.
go into conflict with the restriction.
You might want to change the wording of that. You don't want an inpatient facility, but you might have people overnight.
Yeah, that's
For
what I-
overnight diagnostic,
like
like
what
a
about
sleep
sleep?
center or
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Neurological
Yeah.
diagnostics.
That they have a nurse
So
around,
just cha-
right.
Yeah.
Just change the wording.
No
As in
inpatient.
No
no
inpatient.
inpatient facility.
Okay,
Yeah, that's good, very good.
that's good, thank you. That was the goal.
That's it, very good. Okay, and then that's good with just those qualifiers. And 8, medical spas, holistic care facilities, or healing centers. What's everybody's feeling on that?
I'm not sure what that means. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's wrong, it just, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, because there are these places that are doing like
Yeah.
Botox treatments, calling themselves medical spas, but they ain't got a doctor on site, that's for sure.
They
So
go,
what-
they
If
don't.
that's the kind of place we're talking, they don't.
They don't.
You know.
Would you have to include,
Well,
That's the kind of place we're talking about here, I mean, what do we,
Could be.
what's a medical spa?
you're too young to sound that smarmy about this, you know, this could become an important thing.
There's that word smarmy again.
Profit Botox?
I didn't say there was a problem with Botox, believe me. Come on, family search, it's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think,
I'm just
Scares
saying, what do
me.
you mean by medical spa?
Yeah.
well, I think following up on Ed's concern, I mean, holistic
Yeah,
care
what
centers
does that mean?
could, in our day of that kind of talk about, you know, non-medical and
Yeah.
all the kind of books and stuff now that try to point people away from doctors and medical care, that could be almost anything.
Would it be right to have the same restriction
No.
as to non-inpatient for number 8 as well? Rather than turn it into a rehab
Resort.
center?
Yeah, there's nothing in there either about any kind of licensure.
Why don't
That's what I was thinking that might help,
That's
maybe
true.
just for licensed medical professionals only, that would, I mean,
Well-
I'm sure that some people that administer Botox have some kind of license, but
But the holistic,
The holistic
like
care
spas,
isn't
they're not
necessarily
licensed.
licensed, I don't think.
I mean, that could be
I
just
don't
about
know what
anybody
that
that puts a
means.
sign out
Let me get, let's.
Stu, isn't the one in Central?
Yeah, better wording.
Islandville, the
Yeah.
chiropractor over
Yeah,
there,
but she's a
right?
chiropractor.
I know, but I mean, the flavor of what she offers is.
A lot of massage therapy and that, yeah, that's.
That could be aromatherapy, I mean, all kinds of things that some people giggle at, but other
But,
people find very.
Find very important.
Yeah.
In the building that we're in,
Massage
he's
is
a doctor, he
involved.
actually is a medical doctor, but
That's what I mean, if you put-
he treats his patients with, non-medical
Is he licensed?
people. He happens to be a licensed.
Well, maybe that is
practitioner,
the,
but it's-
following what you're saying, maybe that
He
is the
could be
key.
licensed.
But I
To
think a
try to
lot of
keep
the
it-
consumer-driven holistic spa care, I don't think is governed by any kind of licensure. If you don't want it, okay, but just recognize that if you keep it subject to licensing, a lot of the in vogue kinds of comfort things that may or may not be a good use, I have no idea, that's for you, but they may be ruled out.
Well, I think that's just the point that
Okay.
I'm following up on. I don't know where we want to go with that, but if you're in the era now, in the 21st century of holistic medicine, it could be anything.
Maybe we'll get a
become
better,
Woodstock.
maybe we'll
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
better definition, or a couple of better definitions.
Yeah, if we could, if you could work on it and come up with, yeah, some, you kind of know what our feelings are.
And you don't think the non-inpatient would apply as well?
No, it could apply.
That could apply. Yeah.
I think so.
And putting
Yeah.
something in there, licensed medical spas with no inpatient or something like that,
Mhm.
might be what we're looking for. And, you know,
That gets into the whole licensure thing, because these holistic places, and I agree with you, Mike, I don't think represent some people in this area. There's really no licensing requirements for this. You talk about inpatient, you're kind of using a medical term.
Well, what does it mean?
It's a great question.
I think that's,
I
you
don't know.
know, if we're going to talk about passing it, we should try to
I'll tell
define
you,
it.
the medical world is beginning to regard and even offer within the hospital environment holistic
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
So there may be a definition of sorts for it somewhere, somehow. in the-
Maybe we need to talk to a doctor.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Or the people
To get
in
the
the
right
healthcare
verbiage.
field who are
Right.
offering it. I mean, it's definitely part of many hospital, particularly end-of-life type care, alternative choices to people that face, poor diagnoses for recovery, and hospitals are often offering. So maybe Stu can get a handle on what it is
Yeah,
that's
it
in
may
the
be too
mainstream,
broad
not
the
at
way
the
it's
fringe.
worded, now maybe we.
yeah, see what you can come up with.
Find it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we're really coming back to the same point all the way through this, is that a lot of this is very much in vogue now. And even, the people that are terminal, that, want to follow regimens that you read about and hear about all over the place,
Right.
that the traditional medical field doesn't consider to be effective, but they do. If we leave it this way, you're going to be opening it up to that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's something you have to consider, that you're going to have pretty much any kind of form of what some people consider to be some kind of helpful treatment, which could be anything. And if that's what we want to do, that's fine, but just recognize that's what it's going to be.
Well, we'll try to refine it. It can be controversial even when we define it better, because I know experiences, from people I've spoken to, that some people are involved in literally clinical testing, but they're not even, it's not real, experimental medicine, which is medicine. I mean, but it's not accepted, all the time. So I think we've got to find it.
Okay, well, see what you can come up with on that. So, I think you know our concerns. Number 9, medical teaching or training facilities, medical research centers, and other educational facilities. I have a suggestion on it, if you just take out that last phrase.
Yeah, I think that.
And other educational facilities.
That opens the door to.
That's way too broad, and we'll just keep it at medical teaching or training facilities, medical research centers. Is that fine with everybody?
Yeah. And does that cover if there were to, in the future, be a hospital that were permitted or some kind of use like that?
Like a medical teaching?
Medical
hospital?
teaching?
Medical,
Yeah.
I mean,
a teaching hospital?
well,
I
does it,
remember
is that broad enough for
The
that?
Butterfield Hospital in Cold Spring, that's exactly what it is now.
Now
One
it
of
is.
these facilities. And it's no longer a hospital. but it's a paramedic.
That's
teaching
exactly
center.
what it is, yeah. Do we need that wording?
Would that be,
I mean,
That would fall within it.
that would fall within
It
what
would
we
be
said?
covered by
All right.
this. Okay.
Medical teaching or training facility.